Welcome to Tell Us Your Story with Dr. Ebony. I am Dr. Ebony. Today's topic is I am able. My guest today is somewhat of a local celebrity here in the Midlands of South Carolina, Mr. David Abel. David, welcome. welcome, David.
How you doing?
Doing good. Before we get into our conversation, full disclosure, David and I have been friends for over 20 years, and we bonded over chorus and WWE, what was formerly known as WWF.
Yes.
And we bonded
amongst other things.
True, amongst other things. But we bonded so much over WWE that we created our own stage names at one point. He was the Olympic torchbearer, and I was his manager, Miss Kim. Yeah. So we may explain our names a little bit later in the conversation.
There you go.
David, for those of you who don't have the privilege of knowing you personally, what is your official diagnosis and how did it occur?
Okay, so I don't know what the official the scientific term for it or whatever, but I was born without limbs, and then they also thought I had an undeveloped heart and kidneys. And the reason that I was born this way is my mother took a medication that was prescribed to her by the doctor to basically start her menstrual cycle. And so the medication is called Provera, and if you look at the back of if any of you women look at the back of the box on it says side effects could cause birth defects and stuff like that if you are pregnant. It's got the warning label on it, and my mom did not know that she was pregnant, and the doctor didn't know. And again, I was born in 1979, and so that was a long time ago. Medicine has come a long way.
Okay. From what I've been told by your parents, especially your mother.
Oh, Lord, yeah. I know that you and Mama like to talk, but yeah.
You were not expected to live through the night because of your condition.
Correct.
So think about that. Not expected to live, yet lived. And look at what all you have accomplished so far in your life. So tell us a little bit about your accomplishments.
So of course, high school graduate, college graduate, graduated with a bachelor's of science in broadcast journalism with a minor in sports entertainment management. Also, I'm licensed to sell insurance, so I've taken those classes. I'm currently working on getting my life insurance. So I'm hoping to be life and property and casualty. So basically, property and casualty is I can sell anything: boats, cars, homes, stuff like that. Life insurance is basically what it sounds like. And so I'm trying to get that done. I was almost an Eagle Scout. I did scouting. I kind of stopped doing that because I kind of let my social life get the better of me. I was the manager for basketball in high school. I did announcing in high school. I was also the spotter for the football team in high school. I did all those both. I did spotting for high school football from junior year all the way up to senior year, and then I actually stayed 2 more years because I went to school here in town. So I got to do that. I mean, I've done all sorts of stuff. I've got to go. I've traveled the United States. We were talking about this the other day. The furthest west I have been is to Seattle, Washington.
Wow.
The furthest north I have been is Boston, Massachusetts. And the furthest south I have been is Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I've been to New Orleans. I've been all over the place. So, you know, you know, a lot of people thought that I wasn't gonna make it, and here I am doing everything.
They be rolling, everybody. They be
Yeah.
rolling.
So, I mean, I went to Seattle, Washington. I appeared on a local TV show there, and it was an ABC affiliate there that I appeared on. They had back when I was in elementary school, I was featured in People magazine, and so the ABC affiliate in Seattle saw that, but they wanted to wait until I was a little bit older, so they actually called when I was in middle school, and it was pretty cool. There was actually some celebrities there that I got to meet there, so that was pretty cool. And like I said, I got to go to Seattle and do stuff there. I mean, so yeah, like you just said earlier, I wasn't expected to make it, and I'm going all over the place.
And also, that's where the torch bearer comes in.
Yes. So yeah.
Yes, go ahead and explain.
So back, oh man, whenever the Winter Olympics were in
2002.
It was 2002, 2003, something like that.
2002.
Okay, 2002, Salt Lake City. We were several months, actually, probably about a year and a half before the Olympics were coming. I was going through confirmation for my church, and my pastor and I saw a commercial, and I was like, "Man, that would be kind of cool to do that." Well, unbeknownst to me, he was like, "Okay," and so he was like, "Well, if somebody nominated, how would they nominate you?" And so I sent him the information, not thinking that he was going to do it. And so he went online and nominated me and filled all this stuff out. And I mean, it was the coolest thing because, there's a lot of people in the community that deserves it a whole lot more than I thought I did. But I mean, hanging out with those people and meeting them and listening to their story and then them listening to my story, it was really cool. Just quick thing, so when you run the torch, they put you on a bus, and they don't tell you what the route is until the day of, and they basically just tell you to tell your family, hey, you're torchbearer number whatever, and so look on whatever street and look for your number. And so basically that's what my family did. I told them that I was running down Main Street or rolling down Main Street, and I would number whatever. I can't even remember my number. And they found the number, and that's where everybody kind of stood. And so yeah, it was really, like I said, so we got on this bus and we rode around for like 2 hours. And then they finally started letting everybody out, putting them to their spot. And like I said, just listening to everybody's story was pretty cool. So
awesome.
Yeah. So
and you got to keep the torch.
Yeah, I got to keep the torch. I got me a little outfit too. A little side note for those that are not from the South. This was, like I said, around. It wasn't around. It was late January, something like that. It was almost 85 degrees that day. So I should have been wearing summer Olympic stuff instead of stuff. So, because I was sweating. So it was yeah. So it was pretty cool.
David's done some awesome things so far.
Yeah.
And he's got plenty of awesome things in the future also.
I hope so.
Well, what reason or reasons do you feel that you have been able to achieve all of those accomplishments in your life so far?
So again, we talked about this the other day as well. During the right time. So technology was kind of in the middle of, developing, and if I was born later or, whatever, I wouldn't have, I don't think I would have understood technology as I do now. And so, so I've grown up around a lot of the assistive technology, and so I know about it. you know, and so I mean, all this stuff kind of comes natural now. Whereas people who were born, you know, people who are born now, they kind of got it. But if they're born earlier you know in the early 70s or maybe 60s or 50s, you know, a lot of people don't under. I mean, I know a lot of people that still have a flip cell phone. You know, I don't want that. So you know, so I think I was born at the right time. That you know, like I said, technology was advancing and advancing at a rapid pace, and I had to keep up with it.
Okay. So technology, is there anything else?
Um, I think my parents and my family, uh, they always treated me the same as everyone else. And as my friends got to know me, and you can attest, you guys didn't take any stuff from me. I mean, you're like, so what? You don't have arms and legs. You're still you, and you know you don't need to go around. Which I don't, and I didn't, and I don't. But I don't need to go around acting like because I'm in a wheelchair that you know the same. How would you say rules don't apply?
Right.
You know, and so you know, I was never, you know, not a bad kid. I was never a bad kid. But I mean, I knew that whatever my brothers got into, if I got into it, then I was going to get punished as well. So,
Mhm.
so yes, I have two brothers, older brother Patrick and younger brother Brandon. So they're, like I said, without them, you know, taking me around and doing stuff, I don't think, you know, again, you know, those are all the things that I think about. Like I said, my older brother Patrick. I mean, I was glued to him. And then when Patrick away and got married and everything, my younger brother Brandon was around town, and so he, you know, I was kind of glued to him too. So you know how it is. So like I said, I think without them kind of taking me out, if they didn't take me out into the community and stuff like that, I don't think that I would be there and you know where I'm at. And of course, my parents. I mean, like I said, they didn't take you know they didn't let anything hold me back. Like I said, I was in scouting. You know, whatever I wanted to do, my parents were like, okay, well, what? How can we accomplish this?
Mm-hmm.
We would figure it out, and I did it.
Gotcha. So what things do you feel would have been different without your support system and without the technology?
Oh man, I probably would not be as well known in the community, or I probably wouldn't be out in the community. I probably would have been, you know, shut in a lot. Especially like I said, because my parents, you know, okay, we're gonna go to church. Okay, we're gonna go do this. Okay, we're gonna do that. You know, so I think you know, them putting me in front of people, that was one thing. Um, Technology definitely. If we didn't have what we had, because when we first started out, I was in a stroller and a push chair and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you know, being in all of that, that was real hard on my parents and stuff like that because they had to push me around. And then, of course, my brothers, when they were young, it was hard for them to push and stuff, push me around and stuff. And so, as I got older and I was able to start driving a chair, that really helped.
Okay. Yes, and he gets into a lot of trouble with the chair.
Yes, I do.
What would you like to tell people with disabilities that do not have the same type of support system that you have?
First of all, I would tell people that nobody's going to look out for you but yourself. And like I said, as I've gotten older and as my mom and dad have said, okay, it's the world now. You make decisions. So nobody's going to look out for you but you. Um, yes, when you're younger, you're in school, stuff like that, yes, your parents are going to look out for you. But after that, when you grow up, that's, that's your life. So you need to, I would say, you need to make sure that you make the right decisions. The next thing is, you know, you need to take, I mean, I think that people who have disabilities need to just take a step back and look at themselves and look and see what their disability is, because there's a lot of other people out there that have physical and mental disabilities that don't know that they exist in the world. And so be thankful for what you have, or the lack thereof, of what you have. Yes, I don't have arms and legs, but again, I don't let that keep me down. I'm always okay. Once I'm in my chair, I can do whatever I want to. Once, okay, so then the next thing, once I'm in my van and you drop me off to wherever, I can roll and go. So I would just tell those people that, be thankful for what you have, and expand on that, and don't let one little thing get you down. Think outside the box, and just live life.
There you go. I like that. Just live life. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, living with your condition, what have been some of the struggles for you physically, mentally, and spiritually?
So early on, I never asked, I never downed my mom or anything like that. And I never asked my mom, why or how or anything like that until I got older, and when we had a conversation. And I still don't blame my mom. So, but there's hard days. I mean, especially if I'm not feeling good. I've had over 47 operations, and you pick on me all the time about getting old. And so getting old sometimes, because I've had surgeries on my back and on my neck, and so with those surgeries comes the risk of arthritis and stuff like that. So that's been that hurts and stinks. But I think spiritually, I kind of am look to the Lord, and to guide me. And so if I am having that bad day or that hard day, I don't know the Bible like I need to. I can't turn to a page and say, oh, this is but if I have ever really down, I'll turn to my Bible on my phone here, and type whatever I'm feeling, and it'll come up. And sometimes it'll hit me, and sometimes it won't. But if that doesn't happen, then I do sit and pray and ask God, please help me through this day, or God, please help me get through this task, or God, please help me get through the pain, stuff like that. But I enjoy church, not just because I get to see everybody, but I enjoy learning, and pretty much the different Sundays when Pastor Jason's preaching or whoever, I feel like I'm learning something different every Sunday.
Excellent. So what are some misconceptions that people may have about you?
So a lot of people, back in high school, whether it was before I came to Lexington, because we moved to Lexington in 1996, I went to Dreher High School for 2 years, and a lot of people, when they saw me, whether it was at Dreher or at Lexington, they had a big misconception. So people at Dreer, when they saw somebody in the wheelchair, they would think that they belonged in a special ed class, and that was it. So when I started going to class, when I enrolled at Dreer, and I was in classes with I don't like to say kids, but with everybody else, and I was cracking jokes and whatever, just like everybody else was. Then they were like, "Wait a minute! The only thing that is different about this guy is he's in a wheelchair and he doesn't have hands. That's it. This guy's cool as heck to hang out with." Or some people might, say I'm annoying or something like that. But that's them. When I got to Lexington again, the same misconception happened. Especially because of some students that were already there, and there were some misconceptions behind that. And so, so again, after about the second or third day hanging out, it was crazy because again, I'm sitting there at the lunch table, and when we moved to Lexington, there was a teacher that was assigned to help me at lunch and stuff, and so she was sitting there helping me eat and everything. So, like I said, about the third or fourth day, she was looking for me, and I'm hanging out with everybody else. And she's like, "You don't need me to help you?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." And so, so there was, like I said, once everybody gets to know you and see you, then that misconception goes away.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, a lot of people when they see the wheelchair and stuff like that, they really, like I said, they really think, "Oh, well, I guess he can't think or whatever for himself." And it's funny because like people will come up and like whoever I'm with, they'll start talking to them, and I'll go,
Mm-hmm.
they'll go, "Well, how is so and so?" And then I'll answer, "Oh, they're doing okay." And they'll go, "Oh my gosh, he can talk."
Right.
Sure can.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So, so like I said, I tell people, just because you see a wheelchair doesn't mean that they can't hear, see, or whatever. They don't understand you. So just kind of be, all people that have disabilities, they just want to be treated the same. They want the same thing that everybody else has.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
and you kind of answered my next question,
yeah,
which was for the people who've not been exposed to people with disabilities, what would you like for them to know?
yeah, pretty much. Again, like I said, just we want life the same way that everybody else has life, and we want to live life to the fullest. So we just do different things. I play PlayStation. You play it with your hands. I play it with my feet.
Mm-hmm.
A cell phone right here that you can kind of see. I don't use it up to my ear, but I use it with my wheelchair, and I use speakerphone. There's games on my cell phone that I play. I don't play it with my fingers, but I still play it. You know, um, you know. So just because we have disabilities doesn't mean that we don't want the same things that everybody else has. We just do it. We just do it differently.
All right. Since we've been friends for a while, I know that there have been several times that we discussed how off base the insurance companies and some of the government agencies have been in regards to what they allow for your services.
Yeah.
What would you like to tell the insurance companies and government agencies? What would you like to tell them to take into consideration for you and other Americans with disabilities?
So, I mean, I know that there's red tape. I know that there's things, but I mean, these things have to go quicker. Especially what bothers me is there's and I know I'm going down a different rabbit hole here, but I look at veterans that went off and then they came back with a disability and wait months and months to get something. Then here back home, no, I did not serve my country. And there's other people who have disabilities that didn't serve their country, but they have to wait even longer to get whatever. You know, we need to make medication and stuff more affordable. We need to make other things more affordable. I mean, I have a ramp. It's a temporary ramp at my house right now that it's several hundreds of dollars. Without assistance, I wouldn't have been able to get that ramp, and I wouldn't be able to go in and out of my home right now. Those things need to be made affordable for everybody. Things like that need to be made affordable. The other thing is people need to start thinking outside of the box. Okay, so we can't, if we can't get this type of medication or that type of adaptive equipment, is there something else that can be more feasible? Is there, I know that we're all about the buck and everything like that, but we've got, we've got to help, and you've got to help these people. And that's the element is what happens is there's a lot of people out there that try to get things and then they don't get them, and there is an appeals process, but the appeals process is so hard and difficult that you have to write a 20 and 30-page essay to get it, and then you have to have this doctor and that. It's crazy. Think about let's all work together. I know that a lot of people with disabilities don't pay taxes because they don't work. Well, guess what? I do. I work 40 hours a week or more, and I pay taxes. So, I feel like I'm getting shammed because I'm paying taxes and my government's not helping me. It's very frustrating. I know that there's a lot of people's families that are worried. I know that my family is one of them that are worried that what's going to happen when they pass. What's going to happen? Am I still going to keep receiving great service, or I'm going to tell you, I'm going to keep receiving whatever because I'm going to advocate for myself. People out there who don't advocate for themselves because they can't, and so we as people need to be those voices for the voiceless. And so but again, that's where caregivers, that's where people, caseworkers, insurance people, that's where they all come in. They need to help these people. Right. There's no help. So I don't know what else to say without very, very, very ugly, and I don't want to do that.
We're gonna keep it real nice and Christian right now.
Yes, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it.
So now that you have kind of given your platform for your campaign, whenever you run for public office, that may be. What are your future plans?
Just kind of keep living life. I mean, I just purchased a house. Actually, it's kind of co-owned between me and my family, so I've moved out again. Yay! Yeah, and so I mean, I just kind of keep planning on living life, and if something falls, I mean, we joke and cut up. If something falls the way that my community is needing somebody to step up, who knows? I may or may not. I don't know. That's not something that I'm gonna sit here and go, "Hey, 2026." Able way 2026 or whatever. I'm not, I will continue to advocate, like I said earlier. I want to be the voice for the voiceless. I will continue to advocate for those, and I mean not just for them, but for for children. I mean, I love I love being a part. I like hanging out with kids. I have nieces and nephews. I love them. Of course, your girls. I love them. And so I feel like that. Right now, those kids are young, and so if something is going to affect them now, I need to step up, and because I don't have kids, I need to step up and be that voice. So I mean, who knows? Like I said, I, I'm not I'm not going campaigning or anything like that, but right now I'm a big advocate for the Shrine, the Greenville Shriners Hospital. I'm a Shriner, and I'm a former Shrine patient. Without the Shriners Hospital and other hospitals, the Children's Hospital. So I'm a very big advocate for that. So, but right now I'm in leadership with my unit here in Columbia, and I enjoy it. Again, I'm not saying that I'm gonna move up in that leadership position or anything like that, but again, I don't know what the future holds. I'm just excited that that God has brought me this far, and I hope that I can go further. And so I'm 42 right now. I'm enjoying it. So
now you sound like a date man.
Yeah.
Ladies, he's single and ready to mingle.
Yeah. I'll hang out. That's it. You go your place, I will go my place. Don't forget your hairbrush, sweetie.
See, he's a nut. That's why we get along so well for so long.
Yes.
So now, Dave, now we're moving on to one of the most important parts and humanizing questions of all my interviews. Oh, and these questions have to do with music. So, Dave,
I'm not having to sing here, am I?
No, we're not going to do karaoke.
Okay.
Or even carpool karaoke. Yeah. What is your favorite song that you believe represents you? Uh-oh, this could be anything.
Oh, no. Wow. I've never thought of that. I don't know.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm a big MC Hammer fan. Back in the day, I went to his concert. It was like, anyway. So I'd have to say pretty much. I'm gonna go with Too Legit to Quit, because legit to quit. I'm not gonna quit.
Legit.
Exactly. There you go. And then the other thing I would have to say is, you can't touch me, so you can't touch this. I would have to go with those two. But really, I would, if you thought it was like Boys and Men or something.
I didn't know what you were going to say, Dave. That's why I asked everybody.
I can't believe you didn't give me these questions ahead of time. Wow. You were cool.
All right. So now the final question.
Okay.
That still has to do with music.
Okay.
Is what song do you believe represent people with special needs?
Wow. Wow. He stopped. You've never stopped me before.
I know.
Can I ask the audience?
What audience, Dave?
I know. There's nobody in here. You're in your room, I'm in my room.
Right.
Oh, man. I don't know. I got so many songs like going through my head.
I know you do. That's
I'm
why I'm
trying to
like, I
listen
know
to
you can
them.
give me one.
I'm trying to listen to them in my head. Oh,
And
man.
hopefully you'll give it the right title because you're good for messing up titles and song lyrics.
Yeah. You know, I can make up some words. I don't know. It represents a song that would represent people with disabilities.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
You need some help? I was thinking maybe Survivor.
Yeah,
I like
Survivor,
Destiny's Child.
yeah, a little Survivor there. See, again, you know how I like to mess up songs, so names of them. I'm not gonna sing them here because I don't know if you're gonna see this video, so you know I'm not gonna sing. But yeah, I would. Let's go ahead and say "Survival" by Destiny's Child. Just thinking about those lyrics and thinking, you know, how there are some people out there that are, you know, they are survivors, whether they be born with a disability or injured and have developed a disability. So,
Mhm.
I thank you for helping me there, Doctor.
I got you. You know, I always got you, Dave.
There you go.
Well, David Abel, thank you for your time and for telling us your story.
Hey, appreciate the time, and you know, just to finish this out, you know, everybody just remember to treat everybody as you want to be treated, and you know, love everybody as you want to be loved, and you know, just there's too much hate and stuff going on right now, and we need to you know, we need to bring love and respect back in it, and definitely a little bit of religion too. Everybody needs to start going to church.
Well, you heard it from the man's mouth right there. So please look out for him and his future campaigns.
No,
He is available.
April 2024.
To all of you watching, thank you. Take care, and may there be peace, love, understanding, and social justice for all. Good night.